Okay, in this video, I'm gonna do another demonstration of the same texture roller that we made in the previous examples. But instead of holding it, in that last video, I held it at an angle, hoping that it would kind of drag a little differently. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it just straight up and down alongside the pot here. And we'll see if that makes another texture. I don't know what it's gonna do. I've never tried it with this particular roller. But again, we have our roller that we made with a hole in it. Then we have our dowel rod. And I like to just use it like this. It's just really easy. You can take this off and clean it. But you could certainly build a handle on this if you'd like. And so again, what I've done here is I have a small cup here that I've thrown out of a dark clay, and then I put a white slip over it to accentuate the texture that's created from the roller. I've also torched it a little bit, which is why you might be able to see a little bit of steam coming off of it. You don't have to torch it, you can just throw it and set it aside, but for the sake of the demo, I just wanted to get this stiff. The trick is to have the slip a little bit stiff. No, not super stiff, but you don't want it so wet that this is just going to drag over the surface and not actually roll. The whole point of having the roller is that it's turning and creating that texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spin the wheel, and I'm going to hold this and just press this into the side, and we'll see what kind of texture it makes here. And I'm supporting the inside of the cup just so I can put a decent amount of pressure here on the outside. And so it's a little hard to see, but that texture is pretty nice. It's really subtle. And so it's significantly different than the last one that I did in the other video where I held it like that. The other video, when I was holding it at an angle and the pot is spinning, it's sort of almost like tearing into the slip. Whereas this one, it's really just much more subtle kind of texture. And I think that'll be pretty nice with maybe a Celadon glaze or a clear glaze over it. And so anyway, just a reminder that you can hold your texture roller this way at an angle, or combinations. Like maybe I come back over it with an angle now and have some more kind of diagonal cut lines there. The next step for this would be to use a chamois on the rim, dry it, trim it, kind of clean it up. But anyway, that's just another example of how you can use a texture roller to create texture on the wheel.